So we're dealing with a new situation after the moratoriums are over, and there's been a new foreclosure spike in old foreclosures and people that defaulted. This spike is an increase of 34% from July until now in new foreclosures for people who could not make a deal before August 31st, and now they're looking at a foreclosure on their home and a big foreclosure wave that's probably going to happen after the 1st of January. So since March of 2020, when the COVID financial crisis started, experts have been predicting a foreclosure wave, which honestly has not happened. There is a spike right now, which means that old foreclosures that were pre-August 31st of this year, old defaults are now turning into actual foreclosures. That is probably expected. It's only 34% based on what happened last year. So the number seems high, but it's not really as high as it could be or as a lot of experts expected. However, there are new foreclosures, and if you're a homeowner that hasn't made a deal with your bank yet, you need to be very, very on the ball because things are coming really fast and things are going to change in the next couple months, not in your favor. Now, the big thing that's going on is that any new defaults right now, which is between August 31st and January 1st, those defaults can't turn into foreclosures unless the lender tries to do a loan modification. But that's all they have to do. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has basically created a stay on any new foreclosures from August 31st until the end of the year or January 1st, 2022, which is only 60 days away. So if you're in this situation where you haven't made a deal with your bank in the last few months and you're in a default situation, meaning you're not paying your mortgage, then you need to hurry up because the time is running out. This limbo state that we're in right now, where there's no new foreclosures, is not going to continue forever. We are in the last stages of this, and it's pretty much after the 1st of January. Do not expect any further moratoriums or foreclosure assistance, and the market's going to go back to the way it was before the pandemic, where if you didn't pay your mortgage, basically you were going to lose your house. After the 1st of the year, after this January 1st, expect a large foreclosure spike because at that point, if you haven't made a deal and the homeowner hasn't made a deal with the bank to either pay back what's owed or somehow do a loan modification or there's some other repayment plan, then the banks will be free to start foreclosures after the 1st. We are, again, in the last little bit of time that homeowners have to make a deal with the bank. And if you cannot make a deal with the bank in the next 60 days, you're going to run into major problems. And we need to understand that this is it. There is really not much more to do. You need to contact the bank. That is the number one thing. Communicate with the bank. Make a deal. Try to pay back your home. I understand a lot of people can't do this. And there is a HALF program which is coming in the early part of 2020, but you can't expect that to always help you. That might not be able to help you. So you need to make a deal now. If the bank denies your loan modification and you aren't able to make a deal, then yes, the HALF money that's out there could possibly help you. But you need to make a deal now, because if not, you're going to be facing foreclosure, and there's little chance that the government is going to pass any more stimulus to help people in these foreclosure situations. So like 2008, when I started practicing, I saw thousands and thousands of people lose their homes because they didn't know how to communicate and deal directly with the banks. Don't be one of those folks. Make sure you call the bank and try to get a loan modification today.